The British royal family has been a constant subject of public fascination for centuries. With every royal wedding, birth, and change in leadership, millions of people around the world are drawn into the lives of the monarchy. But what truly captures the imagination of the public is the relationships within the family itself. These relationships, whether they are personal or professional, come under intense scrutiny, especially when new members are introduced. One of the most talked about relationships within the royal family today is the dynamic between Princess Charlotte, the second child of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Queen Camilla, the wife of King Charles III. This dynamic has become the center of much attention in recent months, as Princess Charlotte, now 9 years old, seems to be quietly asserting her presence, perhaps even her dominance, when it comes to her relationship with Queen Camilla. For those who follow the royal family closely, the tensions between the two figures have not gone unnoticed, and many are wondering, what is really going on between Princess Charlotte and her step-grandmother? Could this be the start of a royal rivalry? Or is it merely a reflection of the broader generational clash that exists within the monarchy today? To understand the root of this complex dynamic, we must first take a step back and look at the distinct paths each of these women has walked to reach their current positions within the royal family. Princess Charlotte, as the second child of the Prince and Princess of Wales, represents the modern monarchy, one that is more in touch with the public and more flexible in its approach to royal life. On the other hand, Queen Camilla's journey into the royal family was marked by controversy, and her acceptance as the queen consort was a result of decades of public opinion shifting in her favor. The generational differences between the two women are stark. Princess Charlotte, a child raised in an era where the royal family is expected to be more transparent and relatable, has grown up under the public's watchful eye, while Queen Camilla's path to her current role has been shaped by years of overcoming public scrutiny and maintaining a strict adherence to royal traditions. These contrasting backgrounds, along with the ongoing challenges posed by the public perception of Queen Camilla, have inevitably created a rift between the two women. In this exploration, we will examine the generational dynamics at play between Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla, delve into the changing norms of the royal family, and look at key public incidents that have sparked speculation about their relationship. Through this lens, we will also explore how Princess Charlotte's upbringing, deeply influenced by her late grandmother, Princess Diana, might shape her views on Queen Camilla. What does it mean when a child raised to value authenticity and emotional warmth is juxtaposed with a step-grandmother who has spent her life navigating royal formality and propriety? This is not just a tale of two women, but a deeper look into the evolving nature of the British monarchy and the shifting roles within it. Let's dive into this story, starting with the changing royal norms that have created a backdrop for this unique relationship. The British royal family, long a symbol of tradition, now stands at the crossroads of significant cultural change. The monarchy, while still an institution rooted in centuries of history, has slowly evolved to meet the expectations of a modern world. The public's perception of royalty has shifted dramatically, and with it, the roles of the royal family members have undergone profound transformations. This generational clash between Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla, while intriguing on a personal level, serves as a powerful reflection of this broader evolution. In the past, the royal family was seen as an almost untouchable entity, draped in formality, ritual, and reserve. Members of the family were expected to maintain an air of dignity at all times, even when it meant sacrificing personal expression or emotional warmth. Queen Camilla's entrance into the royal fold in the mid-2000s, following her marriage to Charles, Prince of Wales, was marked by public resistance. She was seen by many as the other woman, a figure who played a role in the dissolution of Princess Diana and Prince Charles's marriage. Her acceptance into royal circles was hard-won and often viewed with skepticism. For Camilla, the monarchy was an institution where formality and adherence to long-established rules were paramount. Her public image, cultivated over decades, has been one of poise, propriety, and duty. Even as she rose to the title of Queen Consort, her journey was one of overcoming a shadow that lingered over her because of her controversial past. Public opinion on her has fluctuated over the years, but it's clear that her royal identity was built on centuries-old traditions and royal expectations. In stark contrast, Princess Charlotte's upbringing couldn't be more different. As the second child of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, Charlotte represents the future of the monarchy, a future that is less formal and more attuned to the public's demand for relatability and emotional connection. The Prince and Princess of Wales have made it a priority to ensure that their children experience a more grounded and relatable childhood, despite the royal spotlight they live under. While Charlotte is undoubtedly aware of her royal lineage, her parents have worked to provide her with an upbringing that allows for more freedom and normalcy than her predecessors had. William and Kate have intentionally broken from certain traditions, emphasizing flexibility in raising their children. They take every opportunity to show the public that their children, including Charlotte, are not just future monarchs, but also real children with their own personalities, quirks, and vulnerabilities. Whether it's William taking Charlotte to watch a soccer game or Kate speaking out about mental health, the Wales' public approach has been to showcase a more modern, accessible monarchy. The tension between these two worlds, the highly structured, formal world of Queen Camilla and the more informal, grounded world of Princess Charlotte, manifest in their interactions, both in public and behind closed doors. In public, Princess Charlotte's demeanor often contrasts with Camilla's reserved nature. Charlotte is frequently seen engaging warmly with her family, smiling, and displaying genuine affection for her parents and brothers. Yet, when she is near Camilla, her body language changes. She tends to be more reserved, often keeping a physical distance from her step-grandmother or giving her a polite but somewhat distant smile. These small gestures have not gone unnoticed by royal watchers, who have speculated that there may be a deeper issue at play. For a child like Charlotte, raised in a world where emotional openness and warmth are valued, Camilla's more formal and stoic presence might seem foreign or even uncomfortable. While Queen Camilla strives to uphold the decorum required of her royal role, her attempts to connect emotionally with Charlotte may be thwarted by the differences in their upbringing. Charlotte, who has grown up with more relaxed, informal interactions within her immediate family, may feel that Camilla's approach is out of touch with the modern values she has been raised to cherish. Further complicating this dynamic is the idea that Camilla's royal identity was, for many years, tied to her relationship with Charles rather than her role within the family. Unlike Charlotte, whose place in the royal family was assured from birth, Camilla's acceptance was a long and complicated process. Her marriage to Charles came after a publicized affair that shook the monarchy to its core. For years, she was viewed with skepticism, even hostility, by large sections of the British public, and her integration into royal life required years of careful navigation. Her role as a mother to Charles's sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, was similarly strained. The relationship between Camilla and her stepchildren has always been described as cordial but distant. William, in particular, has struggled to embrace Camilla as a maternal figure, and his public interactions with her remain polite but cool. This, of course, has had an impact on Charlotte, who, as a young child, is keenly observant of her parents' behavior. If William, her father, exhibits a sense of reserve toward Camilla, it's natural that Charlotte, too, might mirror that sentiment, even at such a young age. For Charlotte, who has been raised with constant reminders of her late grandmother, Princess Diana, Camilla's presence in the family has an added layer of complexity. Diana, who is celebrated as a cultural icon for her compassion and relatability, is held in high regard by both William and his children. Diana's legacy looms large in their household, and stories about her warmth, kindness, and dedication to her charitable causes are frequently shared. To Charlotte, Diana represents a very different kind of royalty than Camilla does. While Diana was beloved by the public for her authenticity and emotional connection to the people, Camilla has always struggled with public perception due to her role in Diana's tumultuous marriage to Charles. It's clear that Princess Charlotte's sense of identity and her views on royalty are deeply influenced by her exposure to Diana's legacy. Diana is not just a beloved grandmother to Charlotte, but also a figure of great emotional importance. Someone who embodies the very qualities that Princess Charlotte seems to hold dear: kindness, warmth, and authenticity. Camilla, in contrast, might seem to Charlotte like an outsider, someone who doesn't quite fit into the idealized version of royalty that Charlotte has been raised to value. The clash between the old and new ways of royal life, as represented by Queen Camilla and Princess Charlotte, is more than just a personal dispute. It speaks to the larger changes taking place within the monarchy. As the institution adapts to the modern world, Younger members of the royal family, like Charlotte, are being raised to embrace new values, values that sometimes clash with the old ways of doing things. The monarchy, which was once an emblem of unchanging tradition, is now being forced to evolve to meet the demands of a rapidly changing world. As the royal family navigates these shifting dynamics, it remains to be seen how Princess Charlotte will ultimately navigate her relationship with Queen Camilla. Will the generational divide between them create lasting tension, or will time and understanding bridge the gap? For now, their interactions remain under a microscope, and the public continues to speculate about what lies beneath the surface of their royal roles. The royal family's every move is observed, analyzed, and scrutinized by the public. Even the smallest gestures or expressions can become the subject of intense speculation. When it comes to the relationship between Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla, several public incidents have raised eyebrows and prompted widespread debate. These events, while seemingly trivial, offer a window into the underlying tensions and the generation divide that separates the two women. Let's examine some of the most prominent public moments that have brought attention to their interactions. 1. The state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II, September 2022. One of the most widely discussed moments came during the solemn state funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. The event was steeped in tradition, and the royal family's presence was closely watched by millions around the world. As the family gathered to pay their final respects, Princess Charlotte, along with her brother Prince George, was seen accompanying their parents, Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, during procession to Wellington Arch. It was a moment of great emotional weight, and for young children like Charlotte, the ceremony was undoubtedly overwhelming. However, during the procession, something caught the attention of royal watchers: a small incident between Charlotte and her elder brother George. Reports suggested that George pinched Charlotte, prompting a loud ouch and a pointed glare from her. The response, while entirely natural for siblings, drew attention due to the otherwise highly formal nature of the event. What followed, however, was what truly ignited the controversy. According to reports from insiders, Queen Camilla, who was walking alongside Charlotte, visibly frowned at the outburst and allegedly instructed Princess Catherine to take Charlotte aside. This reaction was perceived by many as a rebuke, a correction of Charlotte's behavior during such a solemn moment. The public reaction to Camilla's handling of the situation was mixed. Some defended her, arguing that it was her duty to maintain the decorum expected of the royal family during such a significant event. Others, however, criticized her response as overly harsh, especially considering Charlotte's young age and the emotional weight of the moment. Some commentators pointed out that children, especially in emotionally charged situations, might not always adhere to the strict standards of royal propriety, and Camilla's response seemed to ignore this reality. This incident, though small, underscored the generational divide between Camilla's more traditional approach to royal behavior and the more flexible, child-centered approach that Charlotte's parents, William and Kate, have championed. It also marked one of the first public moments where the tension between the young princess and her step-grandmother was apparent to the broader public. 2. The coronation of King Charles III, May 2023. Another notable incident occurred during the coronation of King Charles III in May 2023. This event was one of the most significant royal occasions in recent history, as it marked the formal ascension of Charles to the throne. Princess Charlotte, as part of the royal family, was expected to participate in the official coronation rituals alongside her brothers, Prince George and Prince Louis, as well as her parents. As the royal family greeted the newly crowned King Charles and Queen Camilla, cameras captured a moment where Charlotte attempted to perform a deep curtsy to her grandfather. However, during this moment, something appeared to be missing. There was no curtsy made directly toward Queen Camilla. While it's entirely possible that this was simply a result of nerves or a slight misstep, royal observers were quick to speculate about the underlying meaning of this omission. Some commentators suggested that Charlotte's failure to curtsy to Camilla could be an intentional slight, a sign that the young princess was uncomfortable or unwilling to acknowledge her step-grandmother in the same way she did her grandfather. For others, however, the incident was nothing more than a small mistake, something that could easily be explained by the sheer magnitude of the event and the nerves that come with such a high-profile occasion. Despite these differing opinions, The moment sparked a wider conversation about the relationship between Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla. Was it a simple slip-up, or did it reflect deeper, unspoken tensions within the royal family? Some speculated that Charlotte's lack of engagement with Camilla was a subtle sign of her discomfort with the queen consort, while others dismissed it as a harmless oversight. This incident added to the growing narrative that there was a cooler, more distant dynamic between the young princess and her step-grandmother. While both Charlotte and Camilla have been careful in their public appearances to avoid overt displays of tension, these small moments, whether intentional or not, speak volumes about the nature of their relationship. 3. Body language in public appearances. Beyond specific incidents, observers have noted a recurring pattern in the body language of both Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla during public events. Royal observers, including body language experts, have pointed out that Charlotte often appears more at ease with her immediate family, especially her parents, Prince William and Kate. When standing next to her mother and father, Charlotte is seen engaging warmly with them, smiling and making eye contact. However, when positioned next to Queen Camilla, Charlotte's demeanor changes. She is often observed with more reserved posture, occasionally avoiding direct eye contact with Camilla, and at times, even standing slightly farther away. While these behaviors might seem like standard child behavior when interacted with an older or less familiar figure, some royal commentators have suggested that this subtle discomfort could be indicative of a deeper issue. Children, especially those who grow up in the public eye, are highly perceptive of their environment. If Charlotte senses tension or unease between her parents and Camilla, it's natural for her to mirror that behavior. The coldness between William and Camilla, particularly in their early years of marriage, has been well documented. Charlotte, as a young child, may pick up on these unspoken cues and adjust her own behavior accordingly. This body language, coupled with moments like the curtsy omission and the funeral rebuke, reinforces the idea that there may be underlying tensions between Charlotte and Camilla. Some royal watchers even speculate that these small cues could be a reflection of Charlotte's growing awareness of the complicated dynamics within her family, particularly when it comes to the role of Queen Camilla. 4. The role of step-grandparents in royal families. The dynamic between Charlotte and Camilla can also be understood in the broader context of step-grandparent relationships. In many families, step-grandparents face unique challenges when it comes to bonding with their step-grandchildren. The relationship can often be less intimate than that between biological grandparents and grandchildren, and it takes time to develop trust and closeness. In the case of Princess Charlotte, her biological grandmother, Princess Diana remains an influential figure in her life, both through the stories told by her father and through the lasting legacy Diana left on the royal family. The future of the royal family and conclusion. As we reach the final segment of this exploration into the relationship between Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla, it becomes clear that this evolving dynamic has far-reaching implications for both the royal family and its place in the public eye. Charlotte's candid remarks about Camilla, her growing awareness of the complexities within her family, and her determination to assert her own viewpoint all hint at a future where the younger generation of royals will play a more prominent role in shaping the monarchy's identity and its public perception. But what does the future hold for Princess Charlotte and her step-grandmother, Camilla? Will Charlotte's bold revelations and the subtle tensions between the generations lead to a deeper rift within the royal family? Or will it serve as a catalyst for change? Can Camilla reconcile her traditional role with the more modern, emotionally open approach that the younger royals like Charlotte embrace? Let's break this down. 1. Charlotte's role in the future of the royal family. Princess Charlotte, at only 9 years old, is already beginning to show signs of what could be a future that significantly alters the royal family's trajectory. Raised in a household where the values of empathy, authenticity, and mental health are emphasized, Charlotte's personality and her ability to discern the underlying emotions within the family dynamics are becoming increasingly apparent. As she grows older, Charlotte will likely become a key figure in the modernizing of the monarchy. Her willingness to voice her concerns, challenge traditions, and speak truth to power can make her a more relatable figure to the public, especially among younger generations. In a time when the British royal family is under constant scrutiny and facing a public that demands authenticity, Charlotte may serve as the voice of a new, more transparent monarchy. While the royal family has traditionally kept a reserved and dignified public image, the younger generation, including Charlotte, is growing up in a world where social media, public scrutiny, and a desire for emotional connection play an increasingly significant role. Charlotte's actions, as well as her thoughts on family matters, may reflect this shift toward a more open and grounded monarchy, one that reflects the values of the modern world while still upholding the core traditions of royalty. Charlotte's connection to her mother, Kate Middleton, and her father, Prince William, will undoubtedly influence her role as she matures. Kate, who has often championed a more relatable and emotionally engaged approach to royalty, will continue to be an important influence on Charlotte's development. Meanwhile, William's complex relationship with his own royal duties and the legacy of his mother, Princess Diana, will also shape Charlotte's perspective. The relationship between Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla serves as a microcosm of the broader tensions within the British royal family. Charlotte's sharp observations, bold statements, and growing sense of family dynamics reflect a future where the younger generation will likely have a more influential role in shaping the monarchy's identity. Whether Charlotte's revelations and her views on Camilla will lead to greater understanding or further division remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the royal family is in the midst of a transformation, and the voice of the younger royals, embodied by Charlotte, will be central to its evolution as this royal drama continues to unfold behind the walls of Buckingham Palace. It's clear that the monarchy is entering a new chapter, one that may very well be defined by the courage and conviction of a 9-year-old princess who dares to speak the truth about the family's most controversial figure. How this will play out, and whether it will lead to a more transparent modern monarchy, is a question that only time will answer. With this, we've covered all parts of the script and provided a detailed, reformulated exploration of the relationship between Princess Charlotte and Queen Camilla. Let me know if you need further adjustments or additions to any part of the content.